Hello and welcome. We are live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Buzz and I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next half an hour. Indian badminton duo Satwik-Chirag, Ranki and Chirag Shetty get a favourable draw in Paris Olympics. Chief coach Pullela Gopichan says decent draw for them. Spanish national football team returns to Madrid to celebrate Euro 2024 win, meets King Prime Minister before Euro 2024 victory parade. France's leading goal scorer Oliver Giroud ends international career. German legend Thomas Müller and Switzerland's Shaqiri also retire. Alright, news in detail now. Top Indian doubles shuttlers Satwik-Chirag, Ranki and Chirag Shetty on Monday handed a favourable draw and are expected to reach the quarterfinals without breaking any sweat. The doubles teams are divided into 4 groups with 2 from each group qualifying for the last 8 stage. The top 2 pairs will qualify for the quarterfinals where a draw will be held to decide the lineup for the knockouts. And after the draw, Chief Coach Pullela Gopichan said, and I quote him, this is what he said: "I think it is a decent draw for them. They have avoided tough teams at the group stage. If they do well at the group stage, they may get an easier opponent in the quarterfinals as well." Unquote. And ahead of the upcoming Paris Olympics 2024, Indian star cricketer Virat Kohli has urged the nation to get behind its Olympic-bound contingent, asking the fans to join him in supporting the athletes as they inch closer to the podium with dogged determination in the quadrennial showpiece starting July 26th. In a video post on X featuring some Paris-bound athletes like javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra and boxing hope Nishan Dev, Kohli said it is time for India to be recognized as a global sporting powerhouse.
India, Bharat, Hindustan. There was a time when the world could only think of India as a land of snake charmers and elephants. Over time, that has changed. Today we are known to the world as the largest democracy, a global tech hub. We're known for cricket, for Bollywood, for startup unicorns, and as the fastest growing economy in the world. So what is the next big thing for this great nation? Well, that'll be more gold, more silver, and more bronze. Our brothers and sisters are headed to Paris, hungry for medals. 1 billion of us will be watching them, nervous and excited, as our athletes set foot in the tracks and fields and courts and rings. Every neighborhood, every corner of India will hear a chorus of voices chanting, "India, India, India." Join me in remembering their faces as they inch closer to the podium with the dogged determination of waving the Tiranga with pride.
And French authorities are running against time to clean the Seine River in Paris and ensure that the water is fit for swimming of Olympic athletes. Paris authorities said they were confident the Olympic triathlon and open water swimming events could be held in the Seine. Water distributors in Paris are testing the water daily in various locations to ensure its quality by looking for fecal bacteria. About 60 city workers are also patrolling the river banks in search of sewage leaks or other instances of wastewater reaching the river.
Since we have had much more favorable weather conditions in July, we have actually had a very satisfactory number of days every week in terms of swimming quality. So we are pretty confident. The conditions nevertheless remain a challenge since the flow of the Seine is very significant, 3 or 4 times greater than the norms on this season. So this also has an impact.
And now with 10 days to go for the Paris Olympics, there are interesting facts about the marquee event. Though the opening ceremony will take place on 26 July, but the sporting action begins on 24th with pool matches in football, rugby sevens, handball and archery. Our report.
As the world braces for sporting extravaganza, here are some interesting facts about the Paris Olympics, ranging from its opening ceremony, mascot, addition of new sports, prize money and more. The opening ceremony will be held on 26 July, but the sporting action begins on 24 July with pool matches in football, rugby sevens, handball and archery. The opening ceremony will take place along the river Seine. The first medals will be awarded on July 27. The competition will conclude on 11 August with the closing ceremony. There are 329 gold medal events. The first medal of the Games will be in shooting on July 27. The final medal will be awarded in women's basketball on 11th August. The only new sport for the 2024 Olympics is breaking. It is a style of dance that originated in New York during the 1970s but has evolved to become a competitive sport. Kayak cross will also make its debut. 4 athletes in each heat race will compete against each other. In sailing, 2 kite events have been added, and in artistic swimming, men are included for the first time in Olympic history, and team acrobatic routine round will make its debut. Baseball, softball and karate featured in Tokyo Olympics, but they have been dropped. There is change in format for sport climbing. There will be a combined medal for lead and bouldering and a separate medal event for speed climbing. The Olympic mascot is Phrygian. The name is based on the traditional small Phrygian hats. The Olympic and Paralympic mascots are shaped on it. It is a symbol of freedom through French history. The motto of the mascots is "Alone we go faster, but together we go further." World Athletics has announced a total prize pot of $2.4 million, with gold medalists receiving $50,000. Paris joins London as the only cities to host the Olympics 3 times. The Games were held in Paris in 1900, 1924 and now in 2024, while London hosted the Games in 1908, 1948 and 2012. Pratik Narayan Singh reports for DD India.
And the Olympic torch relay travelled around Paris on Monday, visiting some of the key landmarks, including the Champs-Élysées, Arc de Triomphe, Moulin Rouge and Roland Garros. The Olympic flame arrived in Paris on Sunday after almost 2 months of zigzagging through France and French overseas territories. The relay will culminate with the lighting of the cauldron in Paris during the opening ceremonies of the Paris Games. Paris Olympics are right on the edge and set to be held from July 26th to August 11th. And Paris Olympic bound Arjun Babuta says that he is very confident about his performance at the upcoming Games. In an exclusive conversation with DD India's Gaurav, Arjun says the mental health is equally important for an athlete. Take a listen.
Right now we have the new dawn of air rifle shooting, Arjun Babuta, with us. Let's talk to him and try to know that how he's doing and what his strategy plan for the Paris Olympic. Welcome Arjun. First of all, we all like to know that how's your preparations going for the Paris Olympic?
Firstly, thank you for having me, and secondly, the preparation is going really good, and we have been doing all the things that could happen, and we are taking in account everything, and like we have been attending the camps in Luxembourg, and we have been working on special aspects of shooting as well.
What was the special of that camp?
A lot of factors were taken into account, like acclimatization and time difference, and like the competition schedule. We followed everything similar way that's going to happen in Olympic Games, and we have been doing all the things that can help us with that 1% to achieve the glory.
As the Paris Olympic is coming near and near, do you feeling any pressure, because this is the first Olympic in which you will take part?
There's no pressure as such. I'm excited for the Games. I think I've been working really hard for many years, and I'm well prepared for it.
What would you like to say about Olympic trials where you have breached the world record?
It's nothing for us Indians, I guess. We have a lot of talent, and we are hardworking people, and I think it's easily achievable for us.
As a young shooter, what do you hope, and what is the thing that you can say that in Paris Olympic we can achieve at least this number of medal? What would you like to say?
I wish that everybody gets home with a medal because everybody is deserving right now, and I expect great results from everybody in Paris.
How do you see Indian shooting? Because in last couple of years, Indian shooting have gone, the graph has gone upper and upper. So what you would like to say, what are the reasons behind it?
I think the major thanks goes to Sports Authority of India and NRAI, of course, because they have been working on the things that can help athletes get to their real potential. Like we have been working with the science team a lot, physiotherapists, psychologists and whatnot actually. And there are a lot of technical developments as well. Rest and recovery is also taken into account. So a lot of factors actually are there to help us achieve that level.
Coming in the Indian team at very young age in 2016 and now qualifying for the Olympic and going to play in the very first of your Olympic. How much change do you have gained and how much difference do you feel in your game?
Definitely, personally, I think I've grown a lot mentally, physically and technically as well. Because earlier in 2016 I was playing in the juniors international and I was winning from the first year itself. But now I'm competing in the seniors from last so many years and I've been doing good. I've been working towards that 1% daily and I think that is helping me. That approach is helping me.
You are playing in the individual as well as in the mixed one also. So how do you see that chemistry with because your partner is Ramita? So are you people are talking too much or when you people go to the range, what the chemistry do you play over there?
So our first event is mixed team and we have been practicing for that. Like we train together whenever there is a camp also. So we practice in groups. Like Ella, Venal and Sandeep, they stand together next to each other and me and Ramita Jindal stand next to each other. So we have been practicing communication as well, what to do, what not to do, and if somebody finishes match earlier, what should the other person do. So we have been strategically working on it and it will help for sure.
Last and the final question, what you would like to say other Indian athletes for the Paris Olympic who have qualified?
I would just say that enjoy your game and all the very best for it. You all are deserving and all my best wishes with you.
Thanks for talking to us. So this is Arjun Babuta, who is saying that he is very much confident of doing well in the Paris Olympic. He is also wishing the other Indian athletes that they should go and enjoy their game and see that the good result will come out. With cameraman Saurabh, this is Gaurav Kumar, DD India.
Arjun Babuta, big medal hope for India in Paris Olympics 2024. A canoeist from India's Jammu and Kashmir, Bilkis Mir, is set to make history as the first Indian woman to become a jury member at the Paris Olympics. Bilkis Mir is a seasoned kayaking and canoeing player, coach and international judge. Her appointment as a jury member was officially conveyed through a letter from Indian Olympic Association to the Jammu and Kashmir administration. Bilkis described her appointment as a dream come true. She added that Olympics represent the ultimate destination not only for the athletes but also for sports promoters. Moving on to football stories now, the Spanish men's football team arrived back on home soil on Monday after their Euro 2024 triumph and celebrated by parading through the streets of Madrid in an open-top bus. Luis de la Fuente's side were greeted by tens of thousands of cheering Spaniards as they made their way around the city to the Cibeles to present the trophy. Earlier on Sunday night, Spain defeated England 2-1 with substitute Mikel Oyarzabal grabbing an 86-minute winner after Nico Williams had opened the scoring just after half-time. La Roja were convincing champions, winning all 7 of their matches on the way to lifting a record-setting 4th European title. Spain beating England 2-1 in the final of Euro Cup, 4th trophy for them. They had won in 2008, 2012 and then in 2024. And waving flags and dressed in Spain's red and yellow colours, Tens of thousands of people greeted the new European champions in Cibeles Square after the open-top bus parade through Madrid. In Madrid's iconic Cibeles Square, fans gathered to celebrate Spain's record-setting 4th European Championship, with the players leading the crowd in victory chants from the stage. We'll slip into a very short break, but still to come on this edition of Sports Buzz. Rafael Nadal warms up for Olympics with doubles win in Swedish Open. And Argentina captain Lionel Messi sets new record after winning the 2024 Copa America title.
As the world gears up for the biggest sporting extravaganza, Olympics 2024, we at DD India are all set to bring you reports, reactions and all the latest action from Ground Zero. Watch DD India's super exclusive show, Cheer for Bharat. Only on DD India from July the 22nd at 6:30 p.m. IST, 1 p.m. GMT. Get ready to cheer for Indian athletes at the Paris Olympics 2024.
Welcome back. You're watching Sports Buzz. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Some more stories. France's all-time leading scorer Olivier Giroud has officially announced his retirement from international football. Giroud had previously stated in May that the European Championship in Germany will be his last major tournament for France. However, it was formally confirmed on Monday that the former Arsenal and Chelsea striker would no longer play for his country. The 37-year-old is France's top scorer on 57 goals in 143 appearances, surpassing Thierry Henry's previous record during France's journey to the 2022 World Cup finals in Qatar. And Germany's Thomas Müller has called time on his 14-year international career after the European Championship exit. The 34-year-old featured in his 8th and last tournament on July 5th in Germany's 2-1 quarterfinal defeat by Spain, where he was brought on as a substitute. Müller helped Germany with the 2014 World Cup and has the third most appearances for the national team with 131 caps and 45 goals. He also won the Golden Boot and Young Player Award during 2010 World Cup when Germany finished third. And former Liverpool and Bayern Munich forward Xherdan Shaqiri has announced his retirement from international football following the completion of the Euro 2024 campaign. Shaqiri had scored during the tournament in the group stage against Scotland as the Swiss ultimately fell to finalist England in the quarters. Shaqiri brings down the curtains on a 14-year career with the Switzerland national team as he was part of the squad for the tournament in Germany. Shaqiri penned an emotional message to the fans and said he was calling time on his international career. And news coming in that England coach Gareth Southgate has also stepped down as England manager. Having coached the England youth side for several years, Southgate took the senior job when Sam Allardyce resigned. Southgate said, and I quote, "It's time for a change and for a new chapter. Sunday's final in Berlin against Spain was my final game as England manager," unquote. And Argentina's football team returned to a hero's welcome from fans in the city of Ezeiza late on Monday after winning the Copa America tournament in the US city of Miami. People waited for hours and lined the route of buses transporting the players from the airport to the Argentine Football Association compound. Fans came out to bid farewell to player Angel Di Maria, who announced his retirement from the national Argentine team. and this victory marks the South American team's 16th win in the Copa America tournament. And Argentina captain Lionel Messi has set new record after winning the 2024 Copa America title. Messi clinched his 45th senior trophy on Sunday, going past Dani Alves as the player with the most number of trophies in the football history. In 2005, Messi first bagged Under-20 FIFA World Cup as well as the 2004 La Liga title. Since then, the Argentinian forward has won trophies both in club and national colours. And the president of the Colombian Football Federation and his son were arrested shortly after the Copa America final at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium on Monday. The two were accused of fighting security guards after the Copa America final that saw chaotic scenes around the stadium. 71-year-old Raymond Jesurun Sr. and his 43-year-old son Raymond Jamil Jesurun were arrested shortly after midnight on Monday, stemming from a fight with at least 3 stadium workers who denied them access to the field after the game. According to jail records, they were charged with 3 counts of battery against a specified official or employee. Now, Rafael Nadal warmed up for his bid for another Olympic medal at the Paris Games with a doubles win at the Swedish Open in Bastad on Monday. The Spaniard returned to competition for the first time since May. The 22-time Grand Slam champion teamed up with Norwegian Casper Ruud to record a 6-1, 6-4 win over second seed Guido Androzzi and Miguel Reyes Varela on the Swedish clay. It was Nadal's first appearance at the ATP 250 win since winning the singles as a 19-year-old in 2005. Nadal elected to skip Wimbledon to prepare for the Olympics on the clay court on Roland Garros. Nadal won an Olympic singles gold medal in 2008 and a doubles gold in 2016. He will team up with French Open and Wimbledon champion Carlos Alcaraz in doubles at Paris. Cricket now. Jake Fraser McGurk will bid to fill the vacuum left by David Warner at the top of Australia's batting order after being confirmed in the white ball squads for the tour of Britain in September. Warner bowed out of international cricket with Australia's exit from T20 World Cup, and the hard-hitting Fraser McGurk has been seen as his natural successor. Fraser McGurk was included in Australia's World Cup squad as a reserve player but never got a chance to shine on the global stage. The tour starts from September 4th. Now, a World Aquatics audit into the handling of positive drug tests by Chinese swimmers concluded that there was no mismanagement or cover-up by the governing body, while offering recommendations to restore athlete confidence in the anti-doping system. The World Aquatics report reached a similar conclusion as Swiss prosecutor Eric Cotier, who conducted an independent investigation into the case and also determined that all protocols were followed without favoritism. The two reports have done nothing to sway US spotting and anti-doping officials who continue to demand a hearing and a more complete investigation. And Slovenian cyclist Tadej Pogačar expects fireworks in the final week of the Tour de France after he hit his highest numbers ever on Sunday's final climb. The UAE Team Emirates rider highlighted his climbing credentials in the Pyrenees when he rode solo to victory in Sunday's 15th stage, 198-kilometer ride from Laudanaville. To Plateau de Belle, Pogačar dropped Visma Lease Bike's Jonas Vingegaard on the final climb, finishing 1 minute and 8 seconds ahead of the Dane to win his third stage on this year's Tour and second in a row. Pogačar will be hoping to defeat reigning champion Vingegaard to win his third Tour de France on July 21st. Well, that's all for this edition of Sports Buzz, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching Sports Buzz.